Welcome back, young coders. In the last video, we learned how to style our text using typography, like changing fonts, sizes, spacing, and alignment. But a beautifully styled text still needs a stage to shine on. That's where CSS backgrounds come in. Backgrounds are like wallpapers or colorful backdrops that make your website sections look alive and exciting. In this video, we'll learn how to add colors, images, patterns, and even control how they behave on scroll. Let's begin with the simplest background property: background color. The background color property lets you fill the background of any element with a solid color. For example, you can give your entire section a light blue background just like this. Pretty cool, right? Now, let's add some images. Next property is background image. With background image, you can add pictures to the background of any element, like adding a wallpaper. Just provide the correct image path and CSS will do the magic. But sometimes, the image is smaller than the element size, so it does not fit in. Let's find out what will happen in this case. Sometimes the image is smaller than the element size. In this case, we can use background repeat property to repeat the image to fill the space. By default, your background image will repeat in both directions. But with background repeat property, you can control that. If you want your background image to appear only once, use no repeat property. The image will only appear once with its original width and height. If you want it only across the top, use background repeat X. It will repeat the image horizontally till the element width. If you want the image to repeat only vertically and not horizontally, you can use background repeat Y property. Next property for CSS background is background position. Background position lets us decide where the background image appears. By default, a background image is placed at the top left corner of an element and repeated both vertically and horizontally. Background position center lets you set your background image at the center of your web page or element. You can also choose to position your background images. Top left. This is perfect for placing logos or patterns. Top right. Like a title corner. Bottom left. It is great for adding a fun corner element. Bottom right. It brings the image to the edge, like a sticker on the corner of a page. You can also use percentages to move the image precisely. This means 50% across and 20% down from the top. Next property for CSS backgrounds is background size. The background size property specifies the size of the background images. You can choose between auto, cover, contain, or you can also set a specific size using percentages or pixels. Background size. Cover property lets you resize the background image to cover the entire container. It will stretch the image or cut a little bit to cover the entire space. Background size contain property lets you resize the background image and make sure the image is fully visible. The last property to discuss in this lesson is background attachment. Background attachment lets you to decide if you want to scroll or fix the background. Its values can be scroll, fixed, or local. Background attachment. Scroll is the default value for this property. It moves with the scroll of the page. Background attachment. Fixed lets you to fix the background in place. A fixed image feels like a cool wallpaper behind your content. Just like we use shorthand for margin and padding, we can also use a background shorthand. One line can include image, repeat, position, size, and even attachment. This keeps your code neat and clean. Now it's time to bring all this into action on our very own portfolio project. So, put down your notebook, open up your project files, and let's style like professionals. This is how my website is looking before any background. Let's search for some background images. I will look for some free options, and I will look for blue and yellow themed background images to match my website colors, and I like light colors. You can find many options freely available online. You can choose and save image in your website folder. I have already saved some other images matching with my theme colors. Here are these images. Let's see how these images look at background of our website. Move to styles.css file. We will add background image to our body tag. Inside body element selector, let's write background image property and give the URL of image. The image originally has these three colors, but it is spreading because of its size and showing only the green color. We need to resize the image so it can appear correctly. For this purpose, we will use background size property. And for background size, let's try contain value so that it can show the whole image. It is showing nice, but on contact.html page the image is smaller and repeating, which is not looking good. So let's use background repeat. No repeat property and see what will it do. This image is not looking good when repeating, and when I am using no repeat, it is not covering the whole page because of image size. Let's change the image and see how does other image will look. This image is not covering my projects and about pages. So instead of no repeat, I am changing it to repeat so that it can repeat the image and cover whole page. Let's see how will it look. This is looking pretty cool, but I am not fully satisfied. I am changing other image and see how will it look. Also, I am going to remove all other background properties to see the actual image result. By default, background repeat property is set as repeat, so it will repeat the image both horizontally and vertically. But I am not liking it this way. I want my image to appear only once. So first of all, I am setting background repeat as no repeat. Now I want my image to appear on the bottom right corner of the page. So, I will use the background position property and set it to bottom right corner of the page. Let's do it and see how does it look. It's good, but let's spread it a little bit. I am using background size, cover, property to spread it as much as possible to cover the space. Let's see what will contain do instead of background size, cover. I guess this is looking good rather than spreading the image. Let's repeat it vertically so that the image covers the whole length of pages. On the left side of web pages, the image is not fully spread, so it's showing white color. I have an idea for this. Let's open the image we used as background in Paint application. From the Color Picker tool, you can select the background color of the image. Go to Edit Color on the top. Here you can get the hex value of the color. Copy the color code and give it as background color of our website. Now you can see our website body has this background color. Let's find a banner image for our header now. I am selecting and saving this image in my website images folder as banner.jpg. I want this image as background on my header tag. Let's go to esl.css and see if we have styling for header selector. If not, create an element selector of header and write background image property. Give the URL of newly saved banner.jpg file and see it in action. I am setting the background size as cover and background position as center. Looking pretty cool, but it can be much better if we select proper background images matching with our theme colors. Remember that following a theme across your website is very important for a professional-looking website. Now it's your turn. Give your website a background color matching your theme. Add a background image to your header section. Experiment with cover, contain, and different background positions and sizes. Share your experience in the comments section. In this video, we have covered CSS background properties including background color, background image, background repeat, background position, background size, and background attachment. We have also covered shorthand property for background. We also implemented different background properties on our portfolio website. In the next video, we will learn about CSS display properties. See you there. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our exciting lessons.